Thank you very much for your invitation. I'm going to speak about a topic that, well, me being a lawyer, just coming here and say, well, why should you want to be a hacker? It's just like saying, well, why would you want to be criminals? Well, and I will speak about this kind of confusion that we have between the term hacker and the term cracker that we will see later on. But first of all, I'm going to speak about this book from Ulrich Beck called Risk Society, that in 1986 he already said that poverty is hierarchic, smog is democratic. What is happening? What is happening in the world? In the world is happening that, well, several years ago, or tens of years ago, we knew what was going to happen. We knew which were our risks. We knew. But then it came things that absolutely unexpected. Okay, we are speaking about atomic power. We're speaking about planes taking risks and taking, for example, AIDS going around, etc., etc. So we could not control security and we could not control the risks. But that happened in two, we could say, levels. First one was individual and the second one was social. So, well, here we go and here we are. Hackers. You always, when you think about hackers, you think about these people. Okay, these people are, well, anonymous, but what do they do? Well, if we read the newspapers, they are criminals, they are a security risk, they are a problem for our societies. But in the end, the first thing that we have to say is that a hacker is not a cracker. Okay, hackers create. Crackers destroy. And here it comes that some people, for example, Anna told me, I've got a friend who is an ethical hacker. Well, yeah, the snow is white. Okay, a hacker has some ethics. A hacker always creates, as I said before, he does not destroy. That is a cracker. That is the guy who wants to go into computers, other computers, and what they want to do is they want to do harm. Okay, a hacker always wants to do good things, and that is the sense of a hacker. And a hacker is not some guy who is great at computers. Okay, a hack is a brilliant answer to an intelligent question. And hackers, what they try to do is they want to open society. Why do we want to open society? We want to open society in four parts. First, we want to open data. Second, we want to open science. Third, we want to open access. And fourth, we want to open governments. Why? Because only when we have all the clues and when we have all the openness is when we can think. If we do not have all the information, we can do nearly nothing. And what we are going to do is always make plenty of mistakes. And here comes Copyleft. Okay, we've seen, well, I think it's already 3 videos from TED. And if you looked here, there was this thing called Creative Commons. What is Creative Commons? Okay, if we look at intellectual property is the way of regulating how do we transmit and what are the rules with which we transmit information. And information, if you do not say anything, information, it is forbidden to transmit it. Why? Because of intellectual property. You have to give permission, and that permission is not granted if you do not give it. So you have to say, I do give permission to you in order to transmit, in order to copy, in order to transfer this piece of information, because if I say nothing, it is not possible to do it. Well, of course you can do it, but then you are going to have a punishment. Why? Because then, you know, information, the investment that you have made in information, etc., etc. So here comes another concept that I would like you to know. That's called the commons. What are the commons? You all use Wikipedia. Okay, Wikipedia is a copyleft work. Wikipedia, you all can edit it, that is to say you can transform it, but Wikipedia is from all of us and it's from none of us. It's a commons, it's a common good, and we've got 4 domains for the commons. These commons are, the first domain is the body, okay, DNA. The second domain is nature. We have, for example, the sea, we have the moon, we have all those places that are from all of us but from none of us. The third domain of the commons is the city. Okay, for example, there are some processes, and there's also some kind of collective intelligence that you can use it all. You can all play football. No one can expel others from playing football. You cannot say you cannot play football, or you cannot say you have to pay me if you want to play football or if you want to dance a valse. And then there is the digital commons, where we have three layers that have been defined by the master, by Jokai Benkler, who's chair in Harvard, and he has said we've got three layers. The first one is the physical layer, and in this physical layer there are these internet protocols that have been written by the community, that they are also a commons, because we can copy them, we can transform them, and there are thousands of pages of that knowledge that we can reach it, and we can just take it, because they gave it to us, you know, and we have no restrictions in order to build over it. Are we speaking about science? Yes, science is also made that way. And in these commons, then, this third layer, these three layers, we've got the physical layer, where we've got people who design hardware in order to obey, or in order to be able to use those IP commons. Then we've got this second layer that's logical. All of us have heard about Linux, free software, and the third layer are, well, Wikipedia. Wikipedia is the content. So the hackers, what they do is they have built internet, they have built the content, they have built also the hardware layer. And now we can say that some of you should be surprised about the term hacker. Why? Because the way we receive information is not the proper way we should receive information. You have to think that 75% of the news that we receive, according to academics, according to people who study this matter, it comes from 7 companies. Okay, so what we are having there is restrictions in the way we have to see the world, in the way we can analyze the reality. And of course, this is not something that is from today. This is the story of the humanity, and let's introduce you Mr. d'Holbach. Mr. d'Holbach was a French writer. He was born in Germany, and he's one of the main, well, so good character of the Enlightenment. And this man, well, there was this book that was called Le Christianisme dévoilé. And this book was, it was said that it was printed in London and by the deceased Mr. Baker. Monsieur Boulanger. What happened? Okay, this book was against Christianity and said that the Bible was not a book that we should follow, because myths and religion had an idea of creating the world that wasn't correct. And if we wanted to make science, we should have another parameters. Okay, d'Holbach was Mr. Boulanger, but there were people who bought that book in France, okay, that they were 9 years in prison. That book was printed in Amsterdam, and, well, it was smuggled into Paris in fish barrels. And 3 people were caught. One was imprisoned 9 years, another one was imprisoned 5, and the third one was sent to a mental house. Okay, which were the tools for Mr. Boulanger? The press, but having the same story. Okay. Hackers and computers. What do we want to do? Want to work with skepticism against surprises. Okay, the security fallacy is working in a way that we should just make our good thought about what we think, what we see, what we read, what we learn. And that is why, well, there's no way of saying, please, I want to become a hacker and I'm going to tell you, because you will never say, I want to become a wise man, or you can never say, I am a hacker, I am a wise man. If you listen to someone say, I am a wise man, you will think that's a stupid guy, okay? If you ever listen to someone say, I am a hacker, you should know that he doesn't know what a hacker means, because a hacker is something that only somebody from the community can tell you, and only after you have made a big and huge proposal to the community in terms of knowledge. And please, to continue with this talk, Google Aaron Swartz, learn who this man was, he's dead nowadays, and of course, try to take him as an example. Thank you very much.